the tiny bird she refused to leave behind. A tiny bird was lying on the side of the road, barely moving. Cars passed by, people walked past, and the world kept going as if nothing had happened. But one woman noticed the small body on the ground. At first, she wasn't sure what to do. The bird looked fragile, and nature can be harsh. She continued on her way, thinking the little creature might fly away soon. Two hours later, something in her heart told her to go back. When she returned to the same spot, the tiny bird was still there, lying exactly where she had been before. The little body had not moved at all. In that moment, it became impossible for her to just walk away. She gently picked up the bird and took her home. The woman was actually a doctor. She knew a lot about the human body and had spent years studying medicine. But caring for a tiny wild bird was something completely different. She had no idea where to begin. She tried contacting many veterinarians, hoping someone could guide her. Phone calls were made and messages were sent, but unfortunately no one was able to help. So she decided to learn everything herself. Night after night, she read articles, watched videos, and searched for any information about caring for baby birds. Slowly, with patience and determination, she began taking care of the tiny survivor. She named the bird Muffin. To her surprise, Muffin turned out to be a very healthy little bird. Even more surprising was her personality. Muffin was incredibly friendly. She wasn't afraid of people at all. Instead, she seemed happiest when she was close to them. Very quickly, she started eating small bites of food and hopping around the house. Her tiny chirps filled the room with life. It was clear that Muffin loved being around humans. She especially loved being around her rescuer. Soon, Muffin became part of everyday life. She followed the woman around the house, always wanting to stay close. If the woman sat down, Muffin would sit nearby. If she moved to another room, the little bird would quickly follow. Muffin also loved going outside. The woman often took her on small walks. Muffin would sit calmly while looking around at the world with curious eyes. Everything seemed new and exciting to her. For a bird that had once been helpless on the roadside, life had become full of warmth and safety. But one day, something unfortunate happened. During one of their outings, a pet dog suddenly caught Muffin. It was a frightening moment. Thankfully, Muffin survived and was not seriously injured, but the experience left her deeply scared. After that day, Muffin became afraid of flying. The stress affected her body, and she started losing her feathers. One by one, they began to fall out until she looked almost completely bald. Her appearance changed so much that she barely looked like the same bird. At home, the woman tried to stay positive and care for her patiently. Sometimes she even joked to keep the mood light. With her bald head and tiny face, Muffin started to resemble a certain famous movie character. So inside the house, they began calling her Little Voldemort. Even though the nickname was funny, the situation was difficult. Muffin needed time, care, and a lot of love. For 3 long months, the woman continued taking care of her every single day. Slowly, very slowly, new feathers started growing back. Tiny, soft feathers appeared where the skin had once been bare. It was a hopeful sign. Then, around 5 months later, something wonderful happened. Muffin started playing again. Her cheerful personality returned. She hopped around the house, chirping happily just like before. The fear that once held her back slowly began to fade. She had fought through another difficult moment in her life. This tiny bird had already survived once on the roadside. Now it felt like she had been given a second chance at life. One beautiful thing about Muffin's life was that she was never kept in a cage. The woman never forced her to stay. If Muffin ever wanted to fly away and return to the wild, she had the freedom to do so. But every single day, Muffin made her own choice. She stayed. She chose to remain with the woman who had rescued her. She followed her everywhere around the house like a tiny feathered companion. In many ways, Muffin behaved more like a small dog than a bird. She simply wanted to be wherever people were. Whenever the woman traveled, Muffin traveled too. Whenever she sat down to relax, Muffin sat beside her. The little bird loved attention more than anything else in the world. In fact, everyone in the house joked that Muffin might be even more spoiled than the rest of the family. But no one really minded, because Muffin brought something special into their lives. She was small, fragile, and once completely helpless. Yet inside that tiny body was a heart full of love and strength. Her story became a quiet reminder that even the smallest act of kindness can completely change a life. Sometimes the creatures we rescue end up rescuing something inside us too. And Muffin, the little bird found beside the road, became a constant companion filled with warmth, joy, and affection. Stories like this remind people how powerful compassion can be. If this little journey of Muffin touched your heart, a simple like or a gentle subscribe can help share her story with more people who still believe kindness matters. Because somewhere out there, another tiny life might still be waiting for someone like her to stop and care.
Our team works hard behind the scenes to find and share real-life stories that truly matter. Every video is crafted with care, carefully researched, edited with trusted sources, and always treated with the respect these stories deserve. What you see isn't just made to inspire, it's meant to be real and meaningful.